Hello, everyone. How are you doing tonight? Jeff, how are you tonight?
Doing good, you?
Very good. Very good. We're actually not too late, which is shocking. Let's see who's in the chat tonight. Tonight, so far, we have Jackie McCarran, Splatter420, Holly Rotterman is here. Or is it Polly? I think it's Polly. I apologize. I know one of them's wrong. And you have told me, and I forgot. We also have Red Storm here. We also have Pushing Button 62, Michael Fontaine. Go Kart Bob just jumped in, so did Lord Fry Bread. And
Propagate.
Propagate This Light. Hello. How are you guys tonight? We got an Ola from Lord Fry Bread. So guys, I'm just gonna tell you right now. Since Jackie is here, I promised something last week. So even though Mandela is over, we're doing a Mandela presentation first. Just to get this one out of the way. If you remember this, answer what you originally answered. Okay? Just going to jump right into it. We're skipping Jeff's segment tonight because this is a long presentation. This is like all the Child's Play presentations smushed into one. Over the years, I've covered several changes to Chucky from Child's Play, the Child's Play franchise. From his clothes to his knife and shoes, I will quickly recap those changes before talking about the new ones. Hey Dave, good to see you. You can go on, Jeff. You can go on, Jeff.
Oh,
Jeff
hold
can.
on. I got to do something real quick.
Okay.
Something acting up here. I got to fix it.
Okay. Maybe I should go to the technical difficulties.
Okay, now we're good.
All right. We are streaming right now on Rumble, Jeff Zanzibar, and my channel, of course. Hey Julie, welcome. Julie says, want to hear for Jeff also. All right. Question. Which overalls do you remember? Plain or decorated? Would you mind zooming in a little bit so they can see the decorations? Okay. So plain or decorated? Actually, the decorations I drew, I like scribbled on there. So just note there's stuff all over the right side, and on the left side, it's just like plain denim. Top lane. So plain for Lord Fry Bread. Plain for pushing buttons. Thank you, Prop. Plain for Jackie. Plain for Lord Fry Bread. I remember both, says Dave. And that probably would make sense because I mean it's been some time. I'd say plain, says Josh. Ever Josh. Plain jeans, says Michael Fontaine. Jeff, what do you say? Because Julie wants to hear what you said. Hey, Noise Guru. Jeff, are you there? Uh-oh, we just lost Jeff.
Oh, no, I'm here. I didn't realize I was muted. I said plain.
Okay, well, we just lost your channel.
It was never streaming. For some reason, I can't do it.
It was up in the corner and then it just dropped off.
It was up in the corner, but it wasn't working.
Oh, okay. That's weird, because you should be able to.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
Interesting. Well, Noise Guru says Z-plane, so I'm going with plane for Noise Guru. Prop says hi.
Hey, Prop. And hi to Pushing Buttons and everyone else in the chat.
Go-Kart Bob remembers decorated. Yeah, we've looked at all the monopolies, even the one before was called Monopoly. I forget what the name was, but we have it. Something like the landlord's game, I think. No monocle on any of it. That's what Dave's talking about. We found an old Monopoly one. We can go on the next one. All right. Which overalls do you remember plain or decorated? So that was the updated graphic that I did not use. Go ahead. That's a repeat question. Okay. Number 2. Which shirt color do you remember? We're going to go with A, B, C, or D. So A is top left, B is top right, C is bottom left, D is bottom right. A, B, C, or D. Jeff, can you please zoom in on the options because the stripes are kind of looking the same on the bottom, but they're not. So we have red and blue. We have red, blue, green, light blue, lighter blue. Bottom left, so that was A and B. C is red, pink, blue, blue, green, blue, with like a white pinstripe. And number 4 is straight up rainbow. That's D. A, B, C, and D, guys. Okay, in the chat, pushing buttons is an A. Hey, Parody Bear is a D. Propagate is a B. Noise Guru is a D. Yellow Stripey D for Dave. Was just nightmare for me, but now it's a nightmare, but you guys were saying it's A. Oh, a Nightmare on Elm Street, yeah, for me, yes. You're talking about something else. That was confusing. Just plain red for me, says Jackie. Julie is an A. Ever Josh is a D. Wow, this is all over the place. I think the only one not said so far was C. He was so plain, says Jackie. Go-Kart Bob says Chucky was a flashy dresser. Right above her. So Go-Kart Bob says flashy dresser, and Jackie says he was so plain. Orange, definitely. Well, the hair, yeah. Rainbow for Michael Fontaine, so D. I am going to mispronounce your name. Is it Roulier? I'm going to call you Ben, unless you let me know how to say your name properly. Until you tell me your name, you're Ben. Ben says A. Oh, Nightmare Before Christmas for me. Lord Fry Bread is D. But there was no overalls from us. Mustard Seed of Faith does not remember overalls. Oh my goodness.
Oh, there were
Wow.
always overalls, though.
That's what I'm saying. Ben is okay. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate it.
It's A for me.
It's A for me, too. Lord Fry Bread is D. Okay, we can go on. And it skipped. Didn't it? Yeah.
It's
In
the
my
same
past, no, this is different words. In my past, his overalls were plain, and he had a simple blue-red stripe pattern. But now all shirts except one are in the movie. So guys, B, C, and D are all in the movies. B, C, and D. All the stripes. Rainbow, one with pink, one with just red, blue, and green. They're all in the movie except for the red and blue that I remember, which is A. So everything except A was in the movies. And number 2 is the original shirt. So the original shirt, can you zoom in on the right? That is the original shirt in the movie now.
Yeah, that's not what I remember.
Me neither.
And how would he change outfits? He's a doll.
Correct. In my past, his overalls were plain, and he had a simple blue-red stripe pattern. But now, I repeat it again, but now you can see a better picture of the overalls. Can you zoom in on the overalls, please? Because that's actually the overalls, instead of me drawing it. So we've got fire hats, looks like weights. I don't know what that yellow thing is. There's just crazy stuff all over it. And that is the original shirt. All right, next. I also remember the bottom of his shoes being plain white, like a sneaker. But now they are good guys patterned red. Which do you remember? Do you guys remember the sole being white? Or do you remember red? I don't remember the red. It's got some Louis Vuitton sneakers.
I remember it being white.
Same, it's just plain white. No, I did not draw that, Jackie. I just drew the outfits. I drew all the different colors and stuff. I colored in Chucky. That's about it. So I'll tell you what, drawing that stripe pattern, all 3 of them, that was horrible. I honestly cannot remember who found the knife change, but it went from a normal knife to this weird red pattern. And it looks like a bullhorn on sperm. That's what it looks like. I don't even know what that is. Okay, this is Teresa's. First new change was found by Teresa Lynch. In a few scenes, including the trailer, there's a weird, shiny, white patch on his chest that we do not remember. Do you remember this? So yes or no in the chat. Do you remember this weird, shiny patch attached to his overalls?
No way.
I'm going to, yeah, I know. We're going to show it to you in the movie, I think, but we don't remember this. Teresa Lynch found this. Hey, Neo Freak. Neo Freak says no. I didn't when I was a kid either, Mustard Seed of Faith, honestly. Wait, I have to give Benjamin a wrench. Hold on for a minute. Welcome to the 1500 Club, Ben. Let's see. Lord Frybread is a no. Dave the Damo is no. You cannot put links in the chat until you have a wrench. Try again. You should be able to do it now. Let's see. I don't think I was saying that the current reality is A Nightmare Before Christmas. We covered it. I think Teresa remembers A. Other people remember The Nightmare Before Christmas, and it's Nightmare Before Christmas. I believe that's the current reality. I've been covered in a long time, Jackie. Chucky with yellows is Parody Bear.
The current reality is A Nightmare Before Christmas.
It's A now?
Yeah, I remember just Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
The A was never there.
I actually have a dual memory of Nightmare Before Christmas and The Nightmare Before Christmas. And Jeff just said A, so that's probably what we were referring to. We were probably looking it up at the time. I don't know it off the top of my head, though, Jackie. I got to focus on what's in front of me here. Okay. How long ago? What video are you referring to? All right, so we can go on. Push and button remembers that. I don't see a link. Oh, that link. Oh, I can't look. Guys, if you can click on the link and look at it, let me know. I'm in StreamYard. I can't click links. All it does is highlight it. I can't click anything. Like Parody Bears dropping stuff too. I can't click links. All right, first, this is the same thing. Okay, I included this to show you. It's hard to see in the bottom left corner. These are scenes from the movie, though, both of them. But he's laying in bed, and you can see that patch over his chest. And then it's on the right as well. Okay. The next two new changes I found, I need to ask in a row before I show images. Yes or no? So yes or no questions, guys. Do you remember Chucky's hair being this full? Like 1970s feathered big hair. Do you remember his hair being this full? Yes or no?
Sandy, I just checked
Yes.
it. She's right. It's not A. It's the.
What is it? It's The Nightmare Before Christmas?
The Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's what I'm saying. It keeps flip-flopping. That's why I'd have to look. And I don't have time to look when I'm presenting.
Well, I just looked, and that's what it is.
Yeah, it constantly flip-flops. I thought I saw the most recently, though. Propagate, they can't see the private chat because they're not in the show. Hey, Richard, good to see you. Only people in the show can post in the private chat. I don't remember emo cut, says Dave. It's Gordon Ramsay, says Noise Guru. Yeah, about shoulder length. So I'm not talking about the length, I'm talking about the thickness. It was never that long, says Jackie. Ben says no. It was short, says Jackie. Yeah for pushing buttons, no for Jackie. No for Richard. It was short and rough looking, like a normal dude. Right, that's what I remember. Red Storm's waving hello again. Emo Chucky, says Richard. All right, we can go on, Jeff. And do you remember, 1, he had no freckles, 2, barely there freckles, or 3, clearly he had freckles? 1, 2, or 3 in the chat. Hold on a second. So Ben says, where did it go? It just jumped. The suit had no patch and was blue and red. Red Storm says 3. Clearly he had freckles. Pushing buttons is 2. Barely there freckles. Michael Fontaine is 3. Clearly had freckles. Hi, Ryu. Ben is 3. Oh my goodness. Neo is 3. Dave is 3. Richard is 3. It was more like Kurt Cobain's hair, says Jared G. Mighty. Jeff, what do you remember?
For the freckles?
Yes.
I'm not sure how many I remember, but I remember them being there.
I'm with Go-Kart Bob. I don't remember any. I do not remember freckles at all. And wait until you see these guys. All right, let's go on. Let me show you some freckles. Jared, you might use 3. Can we zoom in on them? Guys, all right, now you're going to answer yes or no. Does this look right to you? Can you zoom in on the freckles, please? Guys, do you remember that? Because I don't. It looks like someone took eyeliner and dotted his face, and it's
Yeah,
so wrong for me.
that's not what I remember.
Yeah.
So no, I guess I don't remember freckles because that looks wrong.
Yeah, we're going to get to the eyebrows too. His hair was not as full or long in my past, and he had no freckles at all for me.
And his face
And
wasn't normal like that. It was all cut up.
well, it does get cut up as it goes on. It gets worse, unless they were so barely there that I didn't notice them. All right, so we're gonna go on. I better be talking about the eyelashes and eyebrows. Oh yeah, here we go. The freckles. What does it say?
Are many and so pronounced.
No, before freckles.
His freckles are many and
His
so
freckles
pronounced.
are many and so pronounced, and his hair is so long and full that people are making him a girl. His face, as the original doll, is much more feminine looking than I remember as well.
Yep.
Is this the Chucky you remember? Again, drawn on eyebrows and drawn on eyelashes. It literally looks like someone took like an eyeliner pen, dotted the freckles on, drew on the eyebrows, and drew on the eyelashes. It looks ridiculous. That's his sister, says Go-Kart Bob. That's not his sister. Go ahead, go on, next one. Dave said, that's wrong. Screaming, that's wrong. So here's the current reality.
Yeah, he never looked like that.
No.
Although right hand corner, that's the face that I remember.
Yeah, that's
With all the and all
yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't look like that in the beginning. In the
For
beginning,
me,
it's a regular doll.
For me, he had it in the beginning too.
Interesting. All right, go on. Here's more pictures of the current reality. The top left is one of his actual costumes, and the bottom left is a scene from the movie. Can we look at the eyebrows and the eyes and the freckles, please, on the bottom left? Do we see the ridiculous lines for the eyebrows and the little lines for the eyelashes? I can't. That looks so wrong. That looks like, actually, you know what that looks like? Have you seen the influencers who stupidly get freckles tattooed on their face? That's what that looks like. That is what that looks like. Oh, it's so bad. I don't think I remember him having a cleft chin.
Having what?
All right, zoom in on the bottom right. Look at his chin. I don't remember the cleft chin.
No.
The line in the chin. I don't remember that.
He didn't look anything like that for me at all. Like the whole thing is wrong.
No bum chin at all, says Jackie. Yeah.
The only thing that's right is the color of his hair. Everything else I don't remember. And the eye color.
His hair's too full and long for me.
Yeah. But nothing else looks like him at all to me.
Yeah. All right, go on. Like, okay, the hair was more like the top left for me, like disheveled, not that color, but disheveled and shorter, not long and done nice and full. Oh my God, look at the eyebrows, people. Look at the eyebrows. Now the top one's a drawing. The bottom right, it's clear. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yep. Oh.
And over more of current reality. And here's some residue. Look at the little boy. I love that picture. The little boy. That's more like I remember. Like even the length of the hair, disheveled.
Yeah.
Adorable. Absolutely adorable. Look at the knife. It's just a plain knife, not red. Look, he's wearing a red shirt, Jackie. Bottom right. That's your residue right there. Red. Plain red. Can we, wait. Top right-hand corner, the face. Check out the eyebrows. They're not like little lines. It's just one line eyebrow.
That's
That
what I
makes more
remember.
sense. Yeah. Not strokes of an eyebrow pen. Freckles are still wrong.
They're
All
wrong,
right.
but they're not as wrong. I think that might be closer, not exact, but closer to what I thought I remembered. Like
I
if there
believe
were
you.
freckles, they were very small and pronounced.
Yeah, for me, there
Not
was
pronounced, I
never
mean.
freckles though. And that's it. That's the residue. That is Chucky. That is an old presentation. All right. We're going on to the new stuff, everyone. And tomorrow we will be on Shifty Sunday, looking at some fun election stuff. Fun election stuff, not fun stuff. I want everyone participating. There's 28 of you watching right now. As soon as Jeff pulls up Flickr. Oh, yes, definitely, Richard. We're going to be covering. I scoured the internet for the best ones. Now, there's one that everybody's playing. I'm going to include it, but for those who didn't see it, who didn't care to see those things. But there's so much more than that one that's going around.
I don't know how you could not care to see it. It's hilarious.
It is hilarious. I have to say, I am very credit where credit's due. A lot of the people on the left were disappointed, but they believe it was a fair election. That he won fair and square. And they say
Yeah.
so.
It wasn't even close. How could you say otherwise? It's a landslide.
Well, there are people saying it wasn't. You know, that's
Because they're
part of my
dumb.
video.
Because the thing is, he won the popular vote. End of conversation. Like if it was just the electoral, I could see them saying that. But when you win the popular vote, there is no conversation to be had.
Jeff, you're not presenting. That's why I'm sitting here. There we go. Do you want to read this one?
Yeah.
Okay. My state doesn't require voter ID. Go on.
All right. I don't know what to make of what I am about to show you. None of this matches my memory, and every link seems to be broken. So I'm left wondering, is this a reality insert? Is this still in the process of being added to our reality? Whatever this is, it's weird. In your memory, what decade do you recall solar panels first being used?
So, guys, here's the question. What decade do you recall solar panels first being used? Welcome in the studio, who also needs to join the 1500 Club. Done. Welcome, Bit of Venom. Good to see you. Guys, I'm going to ask you to write. So when you say 89s and 80s, do you mean 1989? 1980s? Like, hey, Preliminal says 1969. Black and white era, says Jackie. Go-Kart Bob says 2000. Richard Minnick says 2000s maybe.
I say 80s.
There were actually more candidates in the studio. It's just that they were two-party. Our system is two parties. The other parties, they don't get anywhere near enough to win.
And they can't. The way the system's set up, they never could. There's actually no way to do it. Which isn't fair.
Yeah, Dave says no idea. Jackie says 50s or before, 1980s for push buttons, 2011 for Dave the Damo. You're welcome in the studio. Thank you for being here. The 90s were in the studio. 2010s were my area, says Ryu. Neo Freaks is 1990s. What would you say, Jeff?
80s.
Okay, we can go on. You're reading, Jeff.
Oh, yeah. I would have said no earlier than the 1960s, and even then. It would have been experimental or government use. For example, I remember learning in school that solar panels powered our satellites.
Yes, they taught us that in school.
But history now says that the first solar panels were being created with selenium cells, which are used today in the 1880s. This photo above shows one of the first solar panels being installed.
So yes or no in the chat, 1880s. I'm sorry, this is just stupid.
I don't think we got one guess even close to that.
Yeah, 1880s, everyone. No. Just no. It's going to get weirder. We're not done yet. Go ahead.
There are also countless drawings, designs, and patents from the past using solar to power engines and heat water. Many looking like satellite dishes instead of solar panels. Does anyone remember learning any of this?
So go to the next slide so they can see what I'm talking about. The next two slides are all the patents and stuff. Maybe even three. So here's some crazy designs, people. There's a patent on the left. Oh, goodness. Hold on one second. I'm getting a text from a store owner. Okay. All right. So as you can see, some of them look like a weird tanning bed or something. Or there's an actual photo of a solar panel. Then one looks like a big satellite dish. The one on the top left we're going to be seeing with something attached to it, but it's in a drawing form, so I wanted to show it to you there. Next slide. Here's patents galore. You don't have to zoom in. Oh, it's up to you. They're kind of blurry. Some of them are blurry, some of them are good. So that weird thing, that image that I showed you that looked like a wireframe, it was supposed to have like this dish in the middle of it. But it's a drawing, so I showed you the picture first. This is talking about a Climax solar water heater. This one's printing newspapers with solar power using that satellite dish thing. And then there's a family pointing at the solar-powered, the solar panel.
Then there are the solar-powered cars. The one pictured above was presented by GM, but as you can see, they only presented a model, not a real car.
Yeah, there's a nice big finger on the headlight.
But in the same decade, 1950s, this guy supposedly converted a 1912 car to solar power. It could only go 20 miles per hour, but he allegedly got this thing working, or got the thing working.
Mm-hmm.
I say allegedly because I cannot find the video anywhere. The link in this article says the YouTube channel that had posted the video has been terminated.
However, next slide, update, I found it. You can stop it.
A soft spot in our hearts for vintage and veteran cars. It can't be denied that there's a...
Okay. I just want to point out, because Go Hart Bob said 1912. This was actually filmed in 1956. He modified a 1912 Baker in 1956. So this wasn't 1912. All right, go ahead, Jeff. You got to read it.
Okay. Update, I found it so the car could only go 20 miles per hour for 1 hour after charging it for 8 to 10 hours in sunlight. That is probably why this never became a thing. Oh, and as the narrator states, in Britain, there's no sun. LOL.
Yeah, so no sun, no car. It's not good.
Is this new history for you, tech before its time? Why do you think all these links are broken? Have you ever seen solar panels on old cars before? Let me know what you think in the comments below.
And that photo is from 1963.
Wow.
So I don't remember solar panels on motorhomes or whatever that was in 63 either. Yeah, solar for me. Hey, Woo Riders. Solar for me, I would say no earlier than the 90s. Like for homes.
And
like
it's
I said,
definitely a Mandela effect for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, electric cars are not an option for anyone living in a city. Like, not at all. Until an electric car has a battery that weighs 5 pounds that you can remove from the car and charge in your home. Most people live in cities. You can't charge it in the city because most people in the city do not have a designated parking spot. Or the other option is until electric cars can be charged in the same, fully charged, in the same amount of time it takes to fill up the gas tank.
Right. It has to be like a gas station, just as accessible and just as quick.
Yeah, like I have a condition that only allows me to be upright for 1 to 2 hours maximum. I'm not going to waste my time charging a car for 1 to 2 hours. That is ridiculous.
It is.
And there's nowhere to charge my car if I don't have a car. But let's say I had someone gifted me an electric car. I might park 2 blocks away. There's never a guarantee that I could park near my house. So where am I charging it? You know, so yeah, that's how most people in the city live. So not feasible.
They don't think of these things, and yet they want to force it on people. It's so ridiculous.
Oh, I'm sure they have thought of it. They just don't care.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably true.
They also thought about the fact that if the battery goes, the car is trash.
Well, hopefully the insanity stops now that we have a real president.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a big part of the insanity, no matter what anyone wants to say.
That's interesting. Preliminal says mine never needs charging. The gas charges the electric and vice versa. Now that makes sense. That's smart. A hybrid. That's not Like, you know, an electric car, like a Tesla. Like an all-electric car is not good. All right, guys. There are two places that I've never known to exist in the United States. One may not be a Mandela effect, but the other definitely is for me. It's another rainbow place. Rainbow Hills, to be exact. And we skipped it. Yes or no? Have you ever heard of the castle in Swing Arm City, Utah? Yes or no? Have you ever heard of the castle in Swing Arm City, Utah? Splatter is a no.
No for me.
No, but I'm not American, says Jackie. Maybe, says Richard. No for Ben.
Where's she from?
Australia.
Oh, okay.
Utah? What's in Utah, says Dave.
What?
Yes, you guys missed it. All right, we can go on. There's more. This is the least impressive of the two, in my opinion.
What?
And we skipped again. This whole area is an off-roader and dirt bike heaven of incredibly steep, impossibly high, natural ramps and trails. Can you zoom in on the bike so they can see just how big this thing is? See the bike, guys? Look at this thing. This is insane.
How is it going up that?
I have no idea, but trucks do too.
A truck I can understand, but not a bike. That's crazy.
It's so popular that at any given time, you will always find campers, off-road vehicles, and even car commercial crews camping out near the steep ridges. There's a truck on the top of it right now.
Still crazy, just not as much as the bike.
Here's a satellite view and see all the campers and everybody's, oh, they're always there. And satellite imagery shows the tire tracks from thousands of trips across the desert landscape. And here's more pictures of this crazy place. Look at that nut on the bottom left. Oh my goodness. Like I said, this place may not be an ME. I may have just never heard of it. But the second one, I have researched the park that they are technically a part of, the Vermilion Cliffs National Park. I've researched this park, and these never came up. So let's go. In Rainbow Valley, about 2 hours north of White Pocket, Arizona, on the Arizona and Utah border, sits a cluster of small hills, hidden off of a winding desert road. You guys, remember the Rainbow Mountains of Peru? Well, we have them in Arizona now too. They're just small. Here you will find a miniature version of the striped mountains in Peru, only in the United States. How did I research this area for 9 more rainbow locations? That was the name of the presentation. And not find this one. I have so many pictures, you don't even have to zoom in here. Like most other rainbow mountains, the colors can become more vivid or muted depending on the sunlight. But these are just as colorful as any rainbow mountain in the world. Have you ever heard of the hidden Rainbow Valley, Rainbow Hills before? Now you can zoom in. Like all the pictures. I've got so many pictures of this place. I don't remember. No. There's the Painted Hills in Oregon. But not this. I don't remember this. There's more on the next pic. I think there's more pictures coming up. Yeah, so like looking at it closely, you can see different colors like greens and because again, how do I study an area for rainbow locations and not come across this?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
No.
Are any of these new for you? Do you think these are places we just never knew about? Or do you think these are Mandela places that are only found on our new version of Earth? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
Let's zoom in on this real quick.
Bit of Venom says there's rainbows in them mountains. New to us, says Richard Minnick. Maybe part of the new Earth, says Flaminal. Flaminal says Utah, Alaska, and Hawaii are the only states I've never been through. Wow, you've been everywhere. Yes, a very visually interesting area, I agree. Ivan Stewart's Castle. Noise Guru says bikes can go up walls if you can handle it. All right, I might be alone on this one. You want to read this, Jeff?
Yeah. In 2016, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton were the elected candidates to run for president of the United States. Trump chose Mike Pence as his VP running mate. Please spell Hillary Clinton's VP running mate's last name. Current Virginia Senator. Tim Blank. Hint, we'll walk with one.
So his last name is Kane. Please spell Kane the way you remember it's spelled in the chat. Tim Kaine. How do you remember his name spelled?
The Democrats pick weird ones to run with. A lot of people don't even remember this guy.
Ben remembers C-A-N-E.
Can I say what I remember?
Yes.
C-A-I-N-E.
Okay.
Yeah, like Noise Guru wrote.
I may have covered the Bisty Badlands, but I'll double check it. Let's see. All right. Yeah,
like
Noise Guru wrote Raising Cane, C-A-I-N-E.
You see what Richard wrote?
I'm still getting there. Pushing Buttons is guessing C-A-I-N-E.
Yep.
Loser.
Yeah.
Looser.
Yeah, but we know what he meant.
I do not remember that guy, says Being a Freak.
Yeah, a lot of people don't.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, usually the losing VP will be forgotten within a year or two.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we'll ever forget Tampon Tim, as much as we might want to. But this
Go
guy
kart.
is forgettable.
This guy is a current Virginia senator. He just re-won his seat. Go Kart Bob remembers Kain. So far, no one remembers it like I do. And I gotta be honest with you, none of you remember it like it is now.
Not even me?
Not even you.
Oh, I got to see this.
All right, so I remember Kane. Go ahead. It is Kaine.
Oh, that's right.
I do not remember the I, and apparently alive, you don't remember the K. Yeah.
I swear to you, this man's name was spelled Kane. The I was never in his name. And other people do remember the I, but they recall his last name starting with a C. Do you remember his name as Kane with a K?
That looks wrong. Kaine. That looks so wrong.
Yeah, I thought it was with a C, but I mean, it could have been with a K. I don't know. It could be either one for me.
Everyone in the chat that remembered the I remembers the C, except for one person, Go Kart Bob, who said Kain, no E. I don't have residue for that. I do have residue for the Caine and Kane, like I remember.
Kain's not a last name. I've never seen anybody with that. This I've seen. Not necessarily with him, but I've seen that
Oh no.
last name
Go
spelled
Kart
that.
Bob. Go Kart Bob forgot the E. He remembers it the current way.
Oh, okay.
All right, you can go on.
Well, I remember Kane, Kane. I also have residue of Caine in case any of you remember that spelling.
Which most of you do.
That's what I remember, yeah.
Hey, Joe.
And
Caine. You don't have to zoom in because that green box is the blow up of it. At the top, it says that Tim Kaine was just reelected to the Virginia Senate. And I confirmed he was reelected just 3 days ago, or 4 days ago. 5 days ago now, because it's the 10th, to the Senate. All Caine.
never hear anything about this guy, though.
Yeah, he was just elected to the Senate in Virginia.
Yeah. But you don't hear anything about it. Like, he never says anything. You know how, like, a lot of them are in the news and always saying something stupid? He doesn't.
Joe Bloor says, hi, Mr. Jeff.
Huh?
Joe Bloor says, hi, Mr. Jeff.
Oh, hi, Joe Bloor.
So this is more residue of Kaine. More residue of Kaine with a C. That's a blow up of a comment. All right, now here's residue of what I remember, Kane. We even have it on graphics.
Oh, wow. So when you see stuff like that, you know it's from a different reality. Obviously, you remember it. So, yeah, I believe you that that's what you saw.
That's what I saw. It's okay. Some more graphics, more posts. On the top right, we have it written Kane at the bottom, but at the top, it's Kaine on the video on the top right.
So having
article.
said that, the same theory applies to atoms, with Adam's family. I'm sure that's what people saw.
Yep.
And I don't know why I would use the word misremembering. I hate that word, but I used it for some reason. I don't know why. Just because I
In the,
remember the double D's, the two
Mhm.
D's.
In the studio, it could be that they're giving him the juice again. Now that, he's got to get through the last few months.
Yeah, he made no mistakes.
He's probably been given the juice again.
That was like Biden from a long time ago.
Could have been a double.
Could have been, yeah. But it did look like what he usually looks like.
Mhm.
Maybe he's always a double. Who knows anymore?
Mhm. These are all Tim Kane's, Kane. You can just go through them. There's a lot.
A lot of residue for that.
Hmm. Including on NBC, which is coming up.
I could see if it was just one or two, misspelling a name is common. But when you have it this many times, that speaks to something else going on.
Hmm. Again, also on NBC got it wrong, which is coming up. Go on.
Wow, lots and lots of residue for it.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder you remember it,
Yep.
because it was
There,
a thing.
there's NBC. NBC doesn't know how to spell his name. Current Virginia Senator.
Yeah, how could they make that mistake?
Yep. Now check this out. Go ahead.
Next one?
No, just read it.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Check out the map at Hillary Clinton's election HQ in 2016.
This is Hillary Clinton's headquarters, the map. The gap between Texas and Florida. Louisiana does not have a middle finger. There's a corner instead of a cutout in the top left corner of the United States. And I do remember California sticking out a little bit more like that. If you go to the next slide, the last slide, you can see it close up without all the circles on it.
Yeah, that looks familiar.
Look at that. It's beautiful.
Yep. That's a lot more accurate. Do you remember the current reality spelling, or do you remember one of the past reality spellings? Let us know in the comments below.
Mm-hmm. In the studio says proofreading isn't their strong suit. Nothing they do is their strong suit.
No, especially now. The way it is now, time to pack it up and just never do news again. All of them.
Or clean house and start over.
Yeah. That would work too.
Okay. We need to talk about ladybirds in the UK again. Years ago, I covered the Asian beetle imposter and the crazy colors that ladybugs can be in this reality. But now they're doing something weird.
Oh, come on.
But there's a video going around TikTok that seems to be new for everyone. Like everybody's like, what the heck is that? So I believe this could be new as in Mandela new. But before I show it to you, let me ask. In your past, did ladybugs grow bubbles of toxic fluid or blood as a defense mechanism? Yes or no in the chat.
No.
All right, so I had a feeling you were going to say no. So yes or no in the chat. Did they grow bubbles of toxic fluid or blood as a defense mechanism? Shit no, says Richard.
That's my answer too.
Mr. Super is in the chat screaming no. Christchurch was on a show with me? I don't remember that. What? I'm confused. Wait a minute. Oh, not Christchurch. You're thinking of, oh gosh. Shoot. It's not Christchurch. It's, wow, I'm having a brain fart. Was it Christchurch? I thought it was something else. And the show was on Curious and Curiouser Preliminal. The one you're thinking of. It's World Church. World Church. And you're talking about Sydney. Sydney Silver is no longer with us. And World Church, not Christchurch. That's why I was confused. World Church did not disappear. World Church passed away. Jackie is a no. Benjamin is never in the studio, not since 2016. You buggin', says pushing buttons. Nope, says Joe Bloor. Not such ladybug, says Richard. I agree. Preliminal's like, what? Yes, she had a different name. It was World Church. Eileen Colts is a different person, and they also passed away. The ladybugs. All right. So no one remembers this. So this is a Mandela, 100%. Let's go. Look at this. Can we zoom in on the picture? Zoom in on the bubbles. Does anyone ever recall seeing a ladybug with bubbles? Don't. I don't remember ladybugs making bubbles.
No. I don't think anybody does.
And it's about to sound painful. In my past, ladybugs were harmless, even beneficial, since they ate pests. But in this reality, when threatened, they release poison fluid or blood from their joints called hemolymphs. You can see them swollen on this ladybug. They do eat aphids, yes. Ryu heard about it but forgot. Robert Humphrey says yes. Hey, Robert. Hang on, Jeff. That is exactly what brought this up, pushing buttons. That's what that is. That's what we're getting to. It's usually yellow fluid, but can change color based on diet. Some people are allergic to this fluid, and if you are unfortunate enough to get it in your mouth, it will taste awful and will make your mouth go numb. Here's the video.
It is so interesting. It's coming out of its head.
What?
It's a little artist. But there's got to be some explanation.
They do have one in their head. One of those heliolymphs or something.
It is
They
so
do have one in their
interesting.
face.
It's coming out of its head.
Their neck joint. So here's the TikTok making the rounds, confusing everyone because no one seems to have ever seen this before. I know I haven't. Is this a new ladybug ability for you? Because it is for me.
Yeah, I think this is one that most people can agree on.
Yeah. Okay, we can go on. So here's some photos. Oh, go back. Here's some photos. That's pointing the out. If you could zoom in on bloody joints. The ladybug artist question mark, because no one's ever seen this before. No one's seen this. But you see hemolymph and it's pointing to the head. Yes, there's hemolymphs at the head. Yeah, no, this is new. New.
Bleedy joints?
Yeah.
Weird.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Here is a photo of a ladybug larvae. They grow a white, waxy substance for protection, which is why they look like this. You can see one creating a bloody bubble in response to the ant. So bizarre. I have never heard of ladybug toxin or seen one drawing on a surface before. Have you? Do you think this could be a new Earth ability? I think it is. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Can you zoom in on the top left? You can see the yellowish fluid on their hand. That's from the ladybug. And then on the right, that trail, because it can stain like clothing, surfaces, your skin. It can stain. And that one's coming from its mouth. I can't.
That is so weird.
Richard Minnick says, guess the ladybugs got tired of getting picked on.
I guess so.
So basically what it is they're hoping that when they get eaten, it's so horrible that the predator will spit them out again, allowing them to live another day. Mansectimal, says Preliminal. Mansectimal. That's a good one. Like it. Actually, Mansectifect would make more sense. It's not an animal.
Hey, Mr. Super.
Mansectifect. Hello again, Mr. Super. I did invite you. I sent you an email. But we're literally done, so. Bug excuses.
Got one more.
And this one I had to draw a lot, so I'm hoping you're affected by it. I know I am. Good. Jeff, you're reading are you reading? Yeah. Are you taking the last one?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the past, I have covered the logo for the 70s, 80s TV series CHiPS. But now there is something wrong with their uniforms and the intro.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah.
Starting with the intro, I do not remember being able to see the letter for a half to full second before the twist into place. Do you? This looks absolutely ridiculous. I get that graphics weren't great back then, but they weren't this bad.
So before you hit play, everyone look at the photos so you know what you're looking for. So on the top right, or on the left, you have CH, and then see the tiny, tiny, tiny little P, and the tiny, tiny, tiny little H, and the little C. Okay, can you restart the video so they can see it in action? Okay, guys, watch for the little letters. H, P.
Play one more.
I don't remember that. I don't remember seeing like this little tiny C appear and just sit there before moving. I don't remember that. That is ridiculous, says Richard Minnick.
But no, I've never seen it. I have to agree. That's ridiculous.
No way. I used to watch that all the time. Me too. That is so, so, so ridiculous. I can't. Okay, here's where I had to do a lot of drawing. So you're going to be zooming in after we read. Go ahead.
The main question is, in your past, which color helmet did the officers wear? 1, black. 2, gold. 3, white.
So which helmet? Please go from left to right. 1, 2, or 3, guys. Do you remember a black and blue helmet, a gold and blue helmet, or a white and blue helmet? What color helmet do you remember? Stay here. Jeff, they got to answer. Oh my goodness. Do you see the chat? We've got Noise Guru with 3. Go-Kart Bob, Pushing Buttons, Splatter, Richard are all 2. Benjamin 2. In the studio 2. Mr. Super is 3. 2 for Preliminal. I can't.
I don't have an answer for this because I never watched it, not even once.
Well, you did give me an answer, though. You said it didn't look right.
Yeah. Like from all the commercials for it, I guess I've ever seen, that's how I would know. If I know. I just know that what I saw didn't look right.
Mr. Super's 3. Preliminal says gold, I think. Joe Bloor says 3. And Pushing Buttons says could be 3.
How did you see this? Because this was before our time, wasn't it?
No. It was on the air until 1983. And it played in syndication.
Okay.
I watched this over at my grandmom's house all the time.
I never saw it. Like, it was never on for me. Like, I never caught it, not once.
Your parents probably watched something that was on at the same time.
Probably, yeah. But I never
Probably
saw
what
it
it
in
was.
syndication. I never came across it on any of the channels that play the old shows or anything.
The episodes were recorded from 1977 to 1983, and then they were in syndication. It was on TBS or USA, one of them. I mean, I saw it in syndication as recently as the 2010s.
Wow, yeah, I never caught it, not once. All the TV I watched, never saw it.
Me TV has it on right now, says in the studio.
That's a channel I always wish I had. None of the cable companies I had ever carried Me TV.
So all you people that said 2, you're from a different reality than me. That looks so wrong. So wrong. 100% 3. 100% number 3 for me. Yeah, Jeff.
And no Noise Guru wasn't watching Dukes of Hazzard either. I watched it later, though, when I got older. I did watch Knight Rider. I'm fully prepared to be alone on this one, but Jeff agreed once I showed it to him, so hopefully some of you will share my memory. Their helmets were 3 in my past, blue in the front, white in the back, like these action figures pictured above.
Yep.
Yeah, from all the advertisements for the show that I've ever seen, which was plenty, that looks right. And I think I have seen those toys before.
Jim from Florida says gold. I believe you. It is gold now, so I definitely believe you, but it was not gold for me. That looks so wrong to me. Oh my gosh. Absolutely wrong. Like, no, seriously, like it makes me nauseous to even look at it. It's just wrong. That's wrong.
They are even gold in the 2017 CHiPS movie. They have never been white in the back like I remember. Do you remember the gold helmets? There was a CHiPS movie?
Richard Minnick says, doubting it now, the blue and white does look right. Splatter says blue and gold 100%. But this is exactly why I show you what I remember. Sometimes seeing it triggers memories. No, in the studio, they were never white. In the studio, it says 3 was third season, I believe. They never wore white at all. It was always blue and gold. Trust me, I searched. I searched. Joe Bloor says, I remember it changing to gold 20 years ago for me. I have seen the white version, says Pushing Buttons. Oh, wait, no, that's preliminal. Pushing Buttons says, anytime I see a cop, I just see red.
Whenever I would watch, like on YouTube or even on my DVDs, like the old 70s commercials, they'd have the advertisements for the show. And when I saw their helmets, it was white and blue. There was no gold.
Blue and gold are California colors. That's what I would call the Manskew's Noise Guru. Thank you.
That's what that sounds like.
There's the Manskew's right there. Not that you're giving us the Manskew's. California is. California's giving us the Manskew's.
Now, what about this movie? Who was in this movie? Because I don't remember this at all.
Dak Shepard.
Oh,
And
that's probably why.
I forget the other one.
That guy's obnoxious. I don't know how anybody watches movies with him.
I only like him in Idiocracy.
Yeah, I like Idiocracy.
Yes.
I would like it more if it wasn't turning into reality.
Word salad remembers the gold.
No.
Jim from Florida says the LAPD bike guys had white and black. I remember white and blue. Clear as day.
Yeah.
The gold looks wrong. So wrong. That looks ridiculous to me. Here's how ridiculous it looks to me, okay? I'm going to make it look ridiculous, like not, just so you can understand how ridiculous it looks. This would be like if all of a sudden the Statue of Liberty was purple and everybody was like, oh, it's always been purple. And you're looking at it like, what's wrong with you? That looks so wrong. That's how wrong that looks to me.
That's accurate. Yep.
Yeah. It looks that wrong. It really does. It's like
It
upsetting.
does.
And the blue looks weird or preliminal. It's too dark, says Pushing Buttons. So you remember like a gold that's so light it almost looks silver? It's always been purple, says Noise Guru. Yeah, I remember the shirts like that. Nothing else is wrong. The only thing that's wrong for me is the helmet. Well, actually, there is something else wrong. But I didn't want to make this too much longer. I'll tell you in a second when I see a photo. All right, actually, let me ask you guys in the chat. Stay here a second, okay? Mm-hmm. And Jess, feel free to answer. Well, you didn't watch it. The riding gloves they wore. What color or colors do you remember their gloves? And when I say color or colors, I mean, did they wear the same color or did they wear different colors?
Yeah, the gloves I never saw. The helmets I did notice, and they didn't look like that.
So, Richard, both wore black? You guys want to say both? Were they, because I'm asking, did they wear the same gloves or different gloves? That's what I'm asking here. Flesh is Pushing Button. Oh, Pushing. I know you're joking, but you're on the money right now. Here's the thing. I remember them both wearing black gloves. It was a uniform. And white I could go with, too. I could go with white gloves, too. What I cannot go with is one of them wearing black gloves and the other one wearing tan. I don't remember the tan gloves. You're going to see it. Go ahead, Jess. So here they are in 2017.
Yeah, it's the same one.
Why is this here? Okay, so here's the gold. That one is autographed by Larry Wilcox on the left. Larry's the one who wore the tan gloves. Can I play it episode? If it don't fit, it must be CHiPS. That makes sense. That also sounds like a man's excuse, though. Jim from Florida says it was so you could tell that who was who when riding bikes with helmets and stuntmen. Hello, Honorable Honest Hunter O. Harris. Have you thought of a new name yet? Or is that going to stay like that till January? Left hand tan, right hand blue. Yes, Jackie, I've covered that as well. It was if the glove don't fit, you must acquit. And now it's if it doesn't fit, acquit. No, Jackie, she said we've already covered it, so everyone already knows. That's all. We've already covered it. Multiple
Covered what?
times. If the glove don't fit, you must acquit.
Oh, yeah, that's an old one.
Yeah, I've added stuff to that since that. Like the hat that no one remembers.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of changes with that.
The blue latex gloves. Yeah, so many Mandelas with that one.
Uh-huh.
So, okay. The ones in orange are all white or all blue. And then the ones in green are the white and the blue like I remember. And I was shocked that now here's an actual CHiPS sticker, and it appears to be white helmets. Because even from the front you can see the gold. Just very like a thin line of gold.
I bet my parents did watch it, but I just wasn't paying attention. Probably just watching whatever I watched back then.
Yeah, it was definitely white for me, word salad. It matched their bikes. I mean, if California's colors are gold and blue, why didn't they have gold bikes?
Is any of this new for you? The really bad title intro, the blue and gold helmets. Let me know what you remember in the comments below.
And that's all, folks, at least for tonight. Again, we have Shifty Sunday tomorrow night. I'm working on a video surprise. And also, there's a presentation that I did not get done tonight that I will be presenting tomorrow night. And then Monday night, Jeff and I will be on Spaced Out Radio at midnight Eastern Time, 11 p.m. Jeff's time. Hopefully you guys can make it. I will link the YouTube channel on the night of the show because I believe that I think they're on Spotify as well. I'll try to get that link. But on the radio, it's 9:60 a.m. in Toronto. So I don't think many people get the radio station across the U.S. But yeah, Spaced Out Radio, Monday night at 9 p.m. I can't think Pacific. Midnight. The same time as tonight. The same time as our show tonight. Actually, we started at 12:30. You know what I mean? Midnight Eastern, Monday night. Spaced Out Radio. Yeah. Think great thoughts, everyone. Yes, please. Yes. Jeff, is there anything you want to say before we head out?
No, just want to thank everybody for checking out the show tonight.
Yes, thank you for being here. We still have 27 watching. I'm going to scroll up and do a quick shout out with who I can see. There we go. We got Jackie McCarran in the chat. Splatter420. NeoFreak91X. I'm scrolling. Holy Rotterman is here. Or Polly. I think it's Polly. Red Storm is here. Michael Fontaine, pushing button 62, Noise Guru. Go Kart Bob, Lord Fry Bread. Propagate This Light was here. Dave the Damo. Julie was here. If you guys haven't talked in a while, say hi at the bottom. Josh Eversoul, which, give me 1 second. This version of Josh, let me see if I could see him in the chat still. He does not have a wrench. Oh no, come on. I hate this bug. I can't get to my own chat. Let's see. In the studio is here. Word Salad, Jim from Florida, Preliminal. I don't think I can see him. I think it's too far up. Richard Minnick's here. The Honorable, Honest Hunter O'Harris is here. Ever Josh, if you're still listening, say hi in the bottom so I can give you a wrench with that account. Mr. Super is here. I can't give it in StreamYard. I'm scrolling. I said Go Kart Bob, right? Parody Bear was here. Mustard Seed of Faith. Ben is here. I'm scrolling. Still seeing the same names. Let's see. Did I get everyone? I may have gotten everyone. I'm still scrolling. There you go. Josh just said hi. There you go. Now you're wrenched on that account too. I said Red Storm and Richard Minnick. Ryugami Mikado is here. JRG Mighty is here. Let's see. I'm almost to the bottom. I said Go Kart Bob. Red Storm. Pushin. Richard. The Venom was here. In the studio. I think I already said you, but saying it again. World Church was here in spirit. We miss you, Sydney. I think. Woo Riders DG. Dude, just fly. I keep looking. Someone says one thing and then they disappear. They're still here, I'm sure, but they're just not chatting. Let's see. Very talkative tonight, guys. Thank you so much. Sorry for the horn outside, because people are rude. 2 a.m. on a Sunday. That's nice. Joe Bloor. Oh, someone's just revving their engine outside. I hope everything's okay. Robert Humphrey was here. Jeff, stick around. I need to talk to you about Monday.
Yep.
All right, guys. I think I got everyone. Oh, Jim from Florida. Just as I think I got everyone, I see another name. Word Salad is here.
I don't see any of these people.
I'm towards the bottom now.
Yeah, it's not. That's weird. Not everybody's coming up on mine.
That is weird. Well, that is everyone. Oh, guys. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. Oh, I am exhausted. We're gonna have a fun weekend. So please check us out tomorrow night. I will link everything in the community tab. If you don't get notifications in the community tab, please click the bell. And I'll post Hebrews link tomorrow for Shifty Sunday. And I'll give you guys all the details once I have them for Spaced Out Radio. Have a great night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Smash the tube, smash the tube, smash the tube, smash the tube. Turn the strap off, 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 please turn it off. Why must we watch Friends? 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 I've seen this show about 1,000,000 times. Not even funny when I'm drunk or high. Why must we watch Friends? 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 I'm telling you now for the 100th time. To change the channel, this show is a crime. Why must we watch Friends? 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 That laugh track is so annoying to me. They wouldn't need it if the show was funny. Why must we watch Friends? 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 There's so much better ways to spend my day than watch TV sing down a cat so smelly. Why must we watch Friends? 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 Why must we watch Friends?